Dating is like champagne. You don't want to pop open every bottle, just the ones that are worth savoring. What if dating could be filtered like this glass? Clear, intentional, no wasted time. Hello, my loves. Today is just that day where we're just cozy at home because I feel when we're having really nice conversations, I also love being cozy myself so that my thoughts are thoughting, if there's such a word. It's because I feel when I'm just at home, I'm relaxing, I'm chilling, we both get into the vibe of where I feel like I can deliver what I'm supposed to deliver. And today is one of those days because I feel every now and then if we create a sit down video, you guys engage with it. And I really love that about us because we just love more of like sit down videos, more of the vlogs, more of every kind and type of video. But I felt like you guys enjoy more when I'm talking. And it's also because in the past I used to go live a lot. And because of me going live a lot back then, most of you just miss me talking. And here I am, I'm talking to you guys. I never left. I'm still here. I've still been here. And I have so many videos. I don't know if you guys have jumped into them. If you haven't, if it's been a long time. And if you've never been here, welcome. My name is Kiki if you're new here. And we always have a really beautiful channel, mostly dwelling on like lifestyle, fashion, what else do we do? And beauty stuff, and just traveling also as well. And just doing really normal, nice things just like everybody else. I mean, I love us. I love where we are for sure. So today I just felt like I want to talk with you guys. And today our video title I think is going to be how to date intentionally without wasting time, because I feel it's been a while since we spoke about dating. We've been talking about all these other things, but dating has not been one of them in a long time. We've talked about marriage, we've talked about all those things, but not everybody is already married. So that's why I was like, also for my single ladies, I have something for you, and don't go anywhere. So yes, I'm here to celebrate all my single ladies because I know you're also part of us, and I know most women really just want to find the best partner. Even if you will not get married, at the end of the day, everybody just deserves to be with somebody and enjoy and have a good time together, because no man is an island for sure, right? I'm not even lying, like for real, no man is an island. I mean, we all love being somewhere, at least if we are 100% honest. I know these people say they really enjoy being single, but at the end of the day, I think it's also because probably you've not met your perfect partner. And I just hope and pray one day you'll get that perfect partner for yourself. Maybe you're in love with your work, you're in love with many other things, but I also hope and pray you get that one person who's just there for you and is just literally your person, if you get where I'm coming from. So like I said, today people are wired so different out there. And at the same time, also people are coming from different backgrounds, different families. People are raised really differently. And it just takes a lot to click, just like to even connect and start from there. So I know and I understand very well, like the most expensive thing you can lose in love is not even money. It's mostly about the time, because nowadays nobody has time to waste, and especially we lost so much time during the pandemic era, and it's just a few years ago we lost a lot of time. And if we would ever get it back, I think we'd move forward. But there's no regrets also as well. I mean, we live, we learn, we also get along or get outside with also, like we get out knowing a lot, like experiences also, and we also have so many stories to tell. So like I say, the most expensive thing you can lose in love is not money, it's just time. And too many people spend years in chaotic dating cycles and also collecting heartbreaks like souvenirs. Damn, that's so harsh, right? And by the time they look up, probably half a decade is gone. We've also all been tangled and thinking like, or forcing things that we know for sure are never going to work. We've all been there. And that's why today we're going to talk about intentional dating and how to protect your time, protect your energy, and also how to build something that is so real. So before you even think about dating, the first step is actually you are the person you should be thinking more about, because you need to work on yourself before you can even work on your love life. because you are the one who's going to put yourself in that situation. And if you don't love yourself enough, you're not going to put yourself in someone else's shoe and let them love you more than you do love yourself. And why? Because if you don't build confidence, you'll accept crumbs. You know that song for crumbs, right? You know it, right? I don't want no crumbs. Crumb is that? You know that song, right? And if you don't know your value, you'll settle for anyone and anything. You know, it's just like when you go to the market, you're going to look for tomatoes. And just because you really want tomatoes, you even pick rotten tomatoes because you really want that recipe to work. It's just never going to work. And if you also don't heal your past baggage, you'll just repeat the same cycles. You know, it's like renovating your house before even inviting guests over. And if your foundation is already so shaky, how will the relationship stand? You know, that's the first thing you need to build before you even actually move to the next step. I really love these conversations. I don't know why. I feel like this is where I get into my mode and mood. I mean, I just love. Who doesn't love? I love relationships. I love when my friends are happy, when people are happy. I genuinely love when people get that person that they truly deserve. And that will also take us to the problem with unintentional dating, because most of you are just dating unintentionally. And you know it's because you go wrong because you're dating without direction. You're mixing too many people at once and chasing options instead of clarity. So by the time or the more you spread yourself thin, the less you actually know who you are. And it's like mixing 5 perfumes until you cannot smell yourself anymore. And dating turns into noise instead of discovery. I like it when people are like on the dating pool and you're like, these are my values, these are my non-negotiables, and you stick by them and not try to adjust them because of somebody else. It's like some people, they also probably maybe they don't want kids, and then they meet somebody who wants kids, and then they're like, at the end of the day, maybe I will just decide far ahead. What if now you get so deeply in love and then you end up getting hurt, and that's not the person you wanted for yourself, or those are not the values you actually wanted from the beginning? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you need to chase clarity. It's very important. Yes, I mean that. I keep on shaking the table a little bit. Why dating apps matter? Because first of all, we're living in a modern world. We are living in an era where, come on, like everybody and everything is on the internet. Like, who's not on the internet? Who doesn't have a phone? Or who's not watching YouTube? Who's not watching, I don't know, TikToks, Instagram, all those things? Like everybody, literally, our whole lives are just online. For real. I mean, that's just how it is. And now I know what you're exactly thinking, like dating apps are such a mess. And yes, I agree they can be, but there's the truth. Dating apps are actually one of the most powerful tools of our generation. That's why we're getting information. I mean, just generally like the media, right? They collapse geography. You think about it, like even the way I met my partner, if I was still living in Africa and there was no internet or anything like that, like I would have never ever met him. And I think I would just have a completely different life. I don't know how that would have been, but I just feel like dating online has always worked for me personally. I don't know how to go outside there and just get somebody. I know some girls are so lucky with that. Like they're so social, they can go outside, but for me, I feel like dating online helps a lot in terms of like you filter a lot before you even meet somebody. You create that anticipation. You talk about your wants, your needs, all of those things. Sometimes I find like the problem with like meeting somebody outside is that it can work, yes, for sure, but at the end of the day, it's like you don't get to ask other questions because you start feeling embarrassed and things like that. But the good thing is like before you know somebody and you're chatting online, like for me, I used to chat even with my husband, like I chatted with him for like a week before I actually met him so that I know if it's really worth it or not. I don't want to wake up, put my makeup and all those things, go on a date, and then at the end of the day, this is not going anywhere. It's not even worth a try. So like I said, they collapse geography and they give you visibility you'd never ever have otherwise. That I am a testimony of that. They expand your access to your small circle. And that is so true. That is really true. But just like a knife, it depends on how you use it. So swiping without clarity, definitely you're going to drown. You're not going to know what you're doing. It's important you swipe with intention. I mean, like you put your age, you filter everything, save the years, align, and sooner you get what you want. And that's why I used to treat dating apps like investment platforms, because the question is not just about how you use them. The question is about which ones have value. You need to know that. And I know, like, even now, dating is not like 5 years or 7 years ago, 10 years ago. It's totally different. Like, I feel like even now it's more challenging than ever to like get a perfect dating site and a person where you just like click. But there is a way. Every single year people are getting married. Every single year people are finding love. Every single day people are finding love. So there has to be a solution somewhere, and we're getting there. And I'm not even kidding. Like, that's why in this situation, like today. Okay, love. So here's where I got so curious. Because you know me, I don't just complain about problems. I actually look for solutions, and I also look for cheat codes. I'm not going to lie about that. And that's why when Millionaire Match reached out, I was like, hold on, this might actually solve the exact mess I'm describing. Think about it. Instead of drowning in endless swipes with people who don't even match your vibe, what if you just start with a filtered pool of people who are already ambitious, established, and serious about commitment? Doesn't that not sound good enough for you? Yes, that's what Millionaire Match is about. It's about more options. It's about the right options. And honestly, that's the most underrated dating hack. Quality over quantity. So yeah, that's why I started looking at Millionaire Match differently, because if time is the most expensive thing in dating, then choosing with intention makes it basically the smartest investment you can ever make. What should we call this vibe that we will be doing, or videos like this? Give it a name. I want to do these more and more. I love dating topics. I also feel like I want to share a little bit of a backstory about me. I am a Kenyan and my husband is a Belgian, and we both met on online dating. And it's because we believed in it. We believed that would work, and we just trusted the whole process. And that's why sometimes people are like, but I don't like online dating. Like, it just never works. Let me tell you, how many times it took me to go on dates for me to finally, I got burnouts. I did. That's just the truth. I got burnouts. Like, I'll be like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just so tired of it. But then the day that I just sat down and told myself, listen, Kiki, you just need to focus. You just need to go. Because at the end of the day, when you're looking for something that you really want, you're not going to get it easy. Some people are lucky. They just try one time and they get something that they want. But not everybody is like that, me included. So I needed to hold on, go on a couple of dates. And I also had to put the age of the people that I wanted. But I just said, you need to have conversations with people for you to be able to know if you vibe with people or not, so that you don't waste time. And that's why I like this form of a dating app that has a selection of people, but they're all like in a certain category, like they've achieved things in their lives and all of that. Like, that's so amazing, really amazing. And that's really important for me. I mean, this aligns perfectly with intentional dating, because you're not just chasing anyone, you're connecting with people who share your vision and success, and also stability. Honestly, if I was single, I'd treat Millionaire Match the same way I treat my handbag or my nice things collection, because at the end of the day, you want truly that pieces that hold value. And it's because if you're not going to get someone of value, at the end of the day, this is not going anywhere, like I said. And if you want to explore, you're going to know what you're going to do with it. So if you're actually honestly interested with Millionaire Match, kindly, I'll leave a link at the description box. It's not more about swiping more. It's more about swiping smarter. I agree. Dating, swiping smarter with Millionaire Match. I love the name, actually, Millionaire Match. So I can also give you practical dating tips. Now, beyond the dating apps, there are 3 ways where you can actually date intentionally. You have to define your non-negotiables, know what you will and what you won't compromise on. Pace yourself on quality over quantity, and don't date like you're running away from something, or you're chasing something, or you're just not sure about what you're doing. I mean, just pace yourself, put yourself in a good position, and also protect your identity. If you feel yourself shrinking to fit into someone, step back. If it's not for you, it's not for you, girl. There is more for you. There is more and more out there for you. I'm not even kidding. That's just the truth. As simple as it sounds, that's just the truth. So here's the bottom line. Yeah, love is an investment, and it cannot be said any better. Your heart is the most precious thing in your body, and even without blood, it's not going to pump. So that's one thing you need to protect. You don't need to give it a tax. So work on yourself first. Use the right filters, and you'll spend your years building joy instead of like repairing mistakes. Dating doesn't have to be like chaos. It can be clear, intentional, and deeply rewarding if you do it the right way. Yep. So my loves, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. I just felt like if I also do videos like this, which are short, which are amazing, is gonna help both of us, and it's also going to balance my platform, because I know there's like single people, married people, I know there's all kinds of people, and I just felt so good to do one of these videos. So if you need more information, kindly go down on my description box. If you also want me to talk about another topic, kindly suggest on the comment section, so I can be bringing in some topics here and there. And thank you so much for staying until this time. I love you so much, and bye bye.